the funny thing is that ChatGPT both told us separate things. They told me that Jimmy Johnson is an A-list celebrity, and for my sister, it said the exact opposite. AI will just feed you whatever you want to hear. I think AI and Satan are pretty much well aligned, because if humanity does combine with like machines, then there is no heaven for those people. There can't be machinery in heaven.
What is the difference between somebody who's gay versus somebody who's cheating on their wife? They're both committing sexual immorality, but if Christians, we're like, well, this guy's one of our church members, right?
We are going to be changing our name to Two Beers and a Bible Podcast. And
there's a caveat to that. They are going to be NA.
Yes, they're going to be non-alcoholic.
I want to make sure that people understand, hey, being Christian can still be cool. Like, I feel like there's a like this imaginary line of, as soon as you become Christian, you no longer have fun, you're no longer cool.
Welcome back to Two Beards and a Bible Podcast. I'm here with my buddy Fred. How you doing today, Fred?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm also doing good. So we were just talking about beforehand that the way I just said that podcast, it might be the last time that we actually introduce ourselves as Two Beards and a Bible. And maybe the audience can sound off if you like that name. We're just thinking about change.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with a little rebranding. What would it hurt? I guess they're already subscribed, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to be unsubscribed from us rebranding, I guess was my point.
Yeah, I just don't know how many people actually there's some people that search like Two Beards and a Bible into YouTube and probably don't subscribe to us or just know our logo. But maybe if we just keep it the same, similar, we can make it work.
There's been plenty of rebranding. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, we're not at I haven't checked the totals, but I think we are officially 10,000 subscribers now.
Really?
Yeah. I think it just happened today, or maybe it's not happened yet. I know last time I checked it was 9.9 K, so we got to be really close.
Let me check.
Hopefully, let's get this on camera because I haven't seen the 10K number yet. Drum roll, please.
9,999.
Really just one away.
Maybe somebody just unsubscribed because
no, I haven't seen it yet.
Branding.
Yeah, someone just right now. Yeah, we got to do a live stream again soon. That was pretty fun. But just for our next podcast, we actually have a big guest coming on as well, as CEO called Robert Netzley. He owns Inspire Advisors. It's a big investment group they invest in Christian companies. It's gonna be really interesting. We're getting big.
I'm excited.
Yeah. And yeah, he wants to talk about AI and investing in AI and the trouble that has to some people.
That's right up your alley.
I know. I love it. I can't wait to talk about it because it's a good question. Because all these AI companies, AI talks about Satan, talks about all these leads people astray. It has these hallucinations trying to get you to do whatever you want. We were in Thanksgiving and we were talking about A-list celebrities, and my sister was adamant that George Clooney's wife, Amma Clooney, I don't even know her name, is an A-list celebrity, and I was adamant that Jimmy Johnson, the football coach of the Dallas Cowboys, is an A-list celebrity. And we both Googled we both ChatGPT'd it. Her ChatGPT said, for sure, Amma Clooney is a A-list celebrity.
That person's not even a C. I've never even heard of her. I didn't even know George Clooney was married, to be honest with you.
That's what I'm talking about. There's no way she could be an A-list.
But I could also make the argument that Jimmy Johnson, my wife wouldn't know who Jimmy Johnson is.
Yeah.
A-list is Kardashian, who Kanye, guy, Jay-Z, Beyonce.
Yeah, Tom Cruise,
Tom Cruise, yeah. Even, I don't know.
We were just trying to find the line because we're trying to look at the lower bound of A-list. So it's the top. Everyone agrees with the top end of the A-list. We're trying to find that between B and A.
George Clooney
is definitely A-list.
Yeah.
Everyone.
But I legit did not know he was married and wow.
Yeah, so we're trying to find people that all age groups agree with because we play this game called Celebrity, which is pretty fun. And we're just trying to strictly be A-list. So we're trying to pick the less popular A-list. And so it was Amanda Clooney and Jimmy Johnson. And the funny thing is that the ChatGPT both told us separate things. They told me that Jimmy Johnson is an A-list celebrity because that's how it kind of, and then Amma Clooney is not. And for my sister, it's the exact opposite. That Cooney is A-list and Jimmy's not. So it tells you what you want to hear. It's kind of funny.
I could see that. Jimmy Johnson would be an A-list celebrity amongst sports fans. That's probably it.
Well,
outside of that, like, nobody knows him.
Yeah, no, I agree. But like, can you think of like a line of like an A-list, like that's just over the line of A-list celebrity?
Just over the line.
That's what we're trying to
A-list
find. Yeah.
celebrity. That's interesting.
It's tough. I know it's a tough. We literally had arguments in Thanksgiving over this question. It's tough, and everyone has their own. I guess it's subjective. Everyone has their own line of what an A-list celebrity is. But I thought Jimmy Johnson was because like sports fans know him, and then other sports fans like you know him from ESPN and stuff like that. But
what about somebody like Danny McBride?
You know, that's probably a good one. But
because like he's, as far as dudes go, he's A-list because he's one of the funniest people on the planet.
That's a good one.
But my wife also knows who he is because she can't stand him. So like he's pretty popular in my opinion.
That's good. I mean, I like that one because we were thinking about trying to get all age groups because we had kids that were like 8 all the way to like grandparents that are 70s, over 70s. So we're trying to pick up someone everyone knows. And Danny McBride, the kids are not going to know him probably.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they're not going to know him because his stuff is not really kid friendly, I would say.
But I think he is.
But what about the Ted Lasso guy?
Oh yeah, we don't even know his name.
I don't know his name, so he can't be A-list. If we don't know his name, he can't be A-list.
I'm sure if we saw his name, we'd recognize it, right?
Yeah.
It's just we can't think of his name out the top of our head.
What about the other guy?
We know who else we had. We had David Portnoy as a A-list.
Yeah,
line of A-list because the kids know him.
Yeah,
adults knew the pizza thing.
I would say he's A-list.
Oh, okay, so maybe that's her.
I'd say he's A-list. What's the guy's name? He used to do the funny NFL Sunday impersonations and stuff. He was a Marine. Rob something. He was in Hangover. He was the cop in Hangover. In the face, that guy.
Oh, and I'm not.
But then again, if we can't remember his name, then he can't be A-list, right?
It's a fun game though, so you're just thinking about who's A-list. But the thing is, what I was trying to get back to is that AI will just feed you whatever you want to hear.
It'll be your yes man. AI is your yes man.
Yeah. So that's why it's kind of scary. And should Christians be investing in AI companies? Because like if someone says, "Is Satan awesome?" AI will like, here's 10 reasons Satan is awesome. You know.
Yep, it'll tell you what you want to hear for sure. I've actually had conversations with AI or ChatGPT, and I'm like, listen, I don't want you to be a yes man. Tell me exactly how it is. And I could definitely see that being a problem, big time.
Yeah, so we can ask these questions next week, and we'll ask him what his line of an A-list celebrity is, maybe, too.
There we go.
Let's see what he wants.
Rob Dribble?
Rob Dribble? No, I never heard
What is his name?
Like, I'm sure I can envision him when I see him. Maybe sound off in the comments, our commenters. If you know the guy, the cop in The Hangover is, drop a line in the comments below. But let's get into the podcast.
I've got to find it. It's gonna Hangover 1 cast. It's gonna drive me nuts.
It's all good.
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, okay, he's an A-list for sure. So maybe he's a line of the A-list.
Ken Jeong. What about him?
Yeah, he's just got to be B-list just because.
Really?
Because like
Rob Riggle.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard that name.
This guy?
No, I know. He's from Seinfeld. He was Elaine's boyfriend.
Was he?
Yeah.
I never watched Seinfeld, but
yeah,
he was.
That's how I know.
He was in the Marines.
Oh yeah, he looks
He's
good.
a funny guy.
Yeah, he's and he has that like monotone voice. I can't even do the impression.
He's really funny.
Elaine, I can't do it. But yeah, he's
Rob
hilarious.
Riggle. What about Zach Galifianakis?
Yeah, he's good, but again, he's got to be B, just like because like he's always a secondary character. Like
Maybe
I don't know. It's a tough question because like who's B then if these people aren't B?
B would be your guys like pick a popular show like Yellowstone right now.
Never watched it.
You never watched Yellowstone?
No.
Highly recommend it. Number one. What about Ozark?
Nope.
What's a popular show you've watched?
Dancing with the Stars.
Okay, never mind.
No, I don't know. What's the last? I don't watch too much TV. I
We
remember.
just watched Landman.
I watched Landman. Yeah.
All right, so a B list in my eyes would be somebody who's plays second fiddle on that show, on a show like that, right? So Billy Bob Thornton's obviously the main character.
Yeah, his wife. That's a good B list.
Yeah.
Whoever that is.
Yeah, there's tons of maybe.
What was that football show she was on?
Because I don't know her name.
But she was like in that Varsity Blues too, right? She was the girl with the whipped cream and stuff, like
I don't
bikini.
remember.
I think she came up during the celebrity talk as well.
Nice.
I forget her name though. Yeah, this is fun.
Demi Moore's made an appearance in Landman, the new season.
Well, she is the wife of the main guy. Yeah.
Was she in the first season? I don't remember.
At the end,
Was she? Okay.
Oh, and at the beginning too. She made like one cameo at the beginning. We're only in like episode 2. It's just live right now, so it's at like episode 3 right now.
Yeah, I don't like how they do that. I like to be able to binge watch and not have to wait once a week. I just finished Tulsa King, the new season of that, which if you've never watched that, it's a great show. It's up there with Landman and all that type of stuff. Have you ever watched The Mayor of Kingstown?
No.
With Jeremy Renner?
That's good too.
I don't know. I've never watched. I started watching like the first 3 episodes when it was on like TV on Paramount, but then like to get to the 4th episode, you had to have a Paramount Plus account, and I was at that point I was like, I'm not falling for this, so I didn't do it. But now I have a Paramount Plus account, but I can't get into it yet.
Well, I have a tough time because I made my own rules. Remember, I created that ChatGPT or like that AI like thing that tells me, rates the TV shows, how godly it is, godly potatoes. And I've been running every show me and Julie have been watching, and I'm shooting myself in the foot with a lot of these shows because there's a lot of swearing. Like there's this one show that was pretty funny with I forget his name. He was like a comedian that did like, he had a sketch comedy show like 4 years ago, and it's called like The Toilet Company now or something.
Never heard of it.
And he like did Zipline in The Bachelor. Like that was one of the skits that got really famous. And he's only on The Bachelor to do the Zipline.
I don't watch any of that stuff.
Okay, it's really funny, but he's in a new show called like The Toilet Company or the paper or something. Paper.
Speaking of, this brings up a great. This is not even something that I wanted to talk about, but it's something like Dana's been working basically in our bedroom in the last few weeks, and every once in a while I'd go in there and hang out, and she's got the TV on and stuff like that. She was watching this show, excuse me, called The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Have you heard of that?
I think Julie watches that, yeah.
That is a fascinating show because, number one, I didn't fully my interaction, or I guess I haven't been around that many Mormons in my lifetime, so I don't know a ton about them and what they believe and all that sort of stuff. But they cuss. Like I just didn't know like how borderline or how really Mormon these people were, because they don't come off as what you would
Mormon
expect.
People can cuss though, right?
I don't know. Like I'm saying, I don't know enough about what they believe and all that type of stuff. I know that they have this huge fascination with soda because they don't drink alcohol.
Yeah, they love swig.
Swig. I didn't even know we had a swig here, and because I didn't know what it was until Dana was like, "Yeah, they got swig." And,
they have a crumble cookie knockoff right here in the Woodlands too.
Really?
Yeah, they made their own crumble cookie. They have soda as well with their crumble cookies.
It was kind of fascinating to me because they do claim to be Mormon still, but it's like almost 1 foot in the water type of, 1 foot out of the water type of deal, because they cuss a lot, and they've got all the drama that would make for a reality TV show, and
so it's worth a watch.
I kind of enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. They had a lot of drama, and if you enjoy like other people's misery and all that type of stuff, I enjoyed watching it with my wife. So
maybe I'll start watching with her, because at the end of the day, I think it's important to know when it's sin and protect yourself. I know that thing keeps falling down, but
yeah, that's all good.
I got a new one over there I have to install, but at the end of the day, it's a fine line of watching these shows, because most of the shows, there's no show out there that's popular that's good for you, I think, except if you're like on the Angel Network, which has a lot of good shows, and I highly recommend them. But it's just
I think you got to go back to like the old timey. I was actually getting Dana's oil changed, and I went and sat in the little waiting room thing, and there was an old Western on the TV, and I got like, I was kind of waiting. I was wanting them to not finish her car so I could sit there and finish the episode. And then I went home and I went to ChatGPT actually to figure out what the episode was so I could look it up. It's Gunsmoke.
Oh, Gunsmoke. Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. So like, it feels like you have to go, but even then there was killing in the.
Exactly. It's just a slippery slope. All TV, I think anything on this earth is not godly. And we just have to understand it's coming from Satan. All these things that like really want, and we have to protect ourselves from it. But old TV is interesting because love watching the old like Match Game 77. They use words I don't even know, and I learn from them talking because no one talks about uses these words anymore because no one understands half the things they're saying.
I remember probably being around Parker's age, and it was me and my grandmother and my grandfather, and we were probably watching some type of football game. Might have been the Super Bowl, but it was a football game, and the announcer said "hell" on live TV. And I was like, oh my gosh, he just cursed.
Yeah.
Back then, it used to be like stop you in your tracks. And now I just heard I saw a clip of Greg Gutfeld dropping the F-bomb on live, fire.
They can say the S word without beeping, I think now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they didn't beep this either. Like I heard it with my own too. Like as I'm watching, he was talking about the Charlie Kirk thing and he was pretty fired up, but, it's just kind of crazy to me how far we've come with what we allow. And I think that was God's, here's why I don't want you to get, it might not directly be a sin, but here's how far it can go if you let it get to that point.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a sin. Again, remember, sin just means how much off the mark you are. And I don't think Jesus would be like,
it's kind of like it's kind of like drinking, right? Like drinking is not the problem. Having a beer is not the problem, or wine or bourbon, whatever it is you fancy. It's when 5 of them occur at one time, and then now you're drunk.
You're doing it again. Yeah. You're drinking, driving. You're yelling at. You're
gambling,
don't have any patience. You go gambling.
It's causing you to sin at that point. So, yeah, it's pretty fascinating to me how far we've come.
But have you ever heard that old saying like a boiled frog doesn't jump out of its like boiling water? Because the way if you threw a frog into boiling water, it would just jump out right away. But if if you put a frog and just lightly increase the heat, it's not going to know it's boiling and it'll just die like that. So I think
it's interesting.
That's
exactly a great way to put it.
Satan is doing, because he knows if right away he just makes it like, pedophilia is normal, like people are going to have a problem to that. But if they're like, if you just be yourself and it doesn't matter what you do, just be yourself, like that will turn into pedophilia is okay,
Yeah, I get it. That was a great way to put it. Actually, I never even thought about the frog analogy. So
I wish I could come up with it, but it's just on the internet.
Yeah. But what about, I just think it's fascinating how desensitized we've become over time with this sort of stuff. Like I was I finally got on Instagram bored the other day, and I'm scrolling my timeline, and then it's just or what do they call it? Is it a timeline? I don't know. I'm scrolling my feed. Yeah. And, I just see some video of some high school fight or something like that. And I'm like, dude, what do we do? What are we doing? First off, somebody's standing there watching this kid get his butt kicked, and they're videotaping it for I don't know. It was really depressing and really unfortunate. But we just become so desensitized to that type of stuff. And then now, I guess since I watched that, now I'm seeing more and more of it. So I had to actually go in and be not interested, and I just don't want to see that type of stuff. I want to see the good in life. I want to see the positive stuff.
But that's fascinating, because I just read something the other day by this guy who creates a lot of these algorithms, and he's like, there's a system to it. You do something like a fight or someone killing someone in your feed, and that creates a fair response in you. Then the next thing that they'll deliver is a cute little puppy or an animal thing. And then the next thing they'll deliver is an ad. Those 3 things in common will make you more susceptible to like having some kind of influence on people or getting influenced by people. So it's like all a formula to get you to just draw into that ad, be like, oh, I'm a little bit more successful now. I got angry. I'm happy, and now I'm in perfect position to buy some stuff.
Oh, that's wild. That's
Yeah.
why I gotta stay off of social media.
Yeah. So just one day, one little day on Instagram will do that to you. It's wild because like TikTok,
I did stumble upon like hilarious reels, and that like kept my attention for way too long. Like, there's this one where there's this like dangerous slide, at the park or whatever, and this cop like tries it out himself, and he just comes flying across like the pavement, and it's like hilarious. But it's stuff like that, and I was kind of embarrassed about how much time I spent. And I was like, well, that's why people do this.
No,
like,
it's at
there's
dopamine.
some funny stuff out there.
And you're looking for that next funny thing that's going to make you chuckle. Like, but you keep going and keep going.
Oh, yeah.
And then eventually you do find something, but then you're like, I want that again.
Yep. I 100% just, I think it was over the holidays, actually. I was bored and found my way onto Instagram looking at stuff.
No, I'll do it to you. So you had a good holiday, son?
That was all right. Yeah. We went to Mississippi to be with my side of the family for a few days, and I just don't know. There's something about being home. I guess I'm in that season of I want to be in our house type of deal, and I didn't enjoy being away, I guess, was the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I enjoyed seeing family that I hadn't seen. Like some of my family I haven't seen in 2 or 3 years.
Oh, wow.
So
did you tell them about the podcast?
I did not.
Oh, wow.
I did not. And I don't know why. Might not have come up, or didn't come up, but we didn't talk about like what we've been up to, what they've been up to. It wasn't like a lot of catching up. It was a lot of, we told old stories about when we were kids, and how I got my cousin in trouble and things like that, and stuff that should stay in the family type of deal.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a lot of like, how you been doing type stuff. It was odd in that sense.
Interesting.
So.
No, it's sometimes the best kind of memories when you can just relive old
and
things.
I would be lying if I said there wasn't some. They may watch this, they may not, but I'd be lying if I said there wasn't some like concern about what topics would be brought up, how we raise our kids, because they're very traditional. They're very like by the book.
They're Baptist, right?
No, they're Episcopalian.
Okay.
But they're very private school, like all this type of stuff. And they've been very opinionated about how we are raising our kids with the homeschool and all that type of stuff.
Oh, they are.
So that was always in the back of my mind. And I was like, man, if they bring this up again, this will be the last time that I volunteer to come over here. Because I'm not a huge, I hope none of our viewers are Mississippians, but I am not a fan of Mississippi at all. Like, it's boring. Really? It's like, do we really even need it?
Really that bad?
You never been?
No.
Consider yourself lucky. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Have you ever tried Mississippi white sauce? I tried on my barbecue and it blew my mind.
There's just nothing.
Or maybe it's Alabama. Never mind.
Yeah.
There you go. Sorry.
You just got to keep going further east. It gets better. But no. Further east and further north, I guess.
I hear Biloxi's wonderful.
But it's not really. Like, it's just casinos. And, yeah, it has a beach, and the beach is nice. But if you just go another hour east, you get into Gulf Shores, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you go another hour or two east, you get into Pensacola and Destin, which is even more like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
better.
Just keep going. Like, I don't know.
All right, we're gonna get flamed by the Mississippians now, but
maybe
the good thing about Mississippi,
maybe they don't have the internet or things over there.
Oh wow, really? You're a Mississippian.
I know. Like, my family's all from Mississippi. Like, it's I don't know what my beef is with Mississippi, but I don't hate it. They're good people. Like, it's just boring. It's not my cup of tea, I guess.
But one good thing is it's taught every kid how to spell, like MISSI.
Supposedly 80% of adults in Mississippi cannot spell Mississippi. Really? That's what I've been told.
Well, it's helped the rest
That could
of the
be
United
that could
States
be a troll.
learn
That
how
could be
to
a troll,
spell.
but I like to bring that up. Fun fact.
That is interesting.
I don't know how true that is, but
My Thanksgiving was on the opposite, where everyone was watching our podcast because my dad was just
goodness.
on it. So like it was a big topic of conversation, and it was awesome. I welcome it because then we started talking about God,
Yeah.
and we had people from all different viewpoints talking it. And I'm not going to name names of my family, but one was very adamant about how AI is just going to merge with humans. And so like, what's the point of even worrying about it? Like humanity is just going to be machine.
Because it's not about Earth. Like it is, but you're still trying to get somewhere after this. Like it's understanding that this isn't the final stop, right?
Mhm.
Like, I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend eternity in damnation.
Yeah. But it's an interesting point because like,
And I want to help as many others.
I think AI and Satan are pretty much well aligned because if humanity does combine with like machines, and then like there is no heaven for those people. Like there can't be machinery in heaven. Like,
No. Like, but that's the difference between the spirit and the flesh. Like, I think you got to take AI out of
but
it.
if like at a DNA level, like if we like already we're mixing mRNA and like creating like splicing.
Yeah, that's this conversation you need to have with Dana. She's all into that type of stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait.
But yeah, I don't know. I could see where that could go, but I think all we can do is keep our eyes on the prize and try to open up as many other eyes as we possibly can.
Mhm.
And
Amen.
what happens, right?
I like that.
Stuff's out of our control. It's almost like politics, right? On the national level. Like, how much do we really have control versus I can control today if I have a good day, if I make today a good day or not, right?
Yeah.
I can't control what Donald Trump's doing right now
Mm-hmm.
or what Ted Cruz is doing or Greg Abbott. Like, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
All I can control is, hey, did I get up today? Did I, read the Bible? Did I pray? Do I feel better about myself? Did I get my steps in? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the things that I can control.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I look at that type of stuff. But if I believe that there's life after death, then I can't let fear of AI and, bonding DNA and creating robots and all that, the end of humanity. Like, that's going to take me so far off my path that I'm never going to make it where I'm trying to go.
No, we got to think about our community because I was also the other way. Like in my 20s, I pretty sure I impacted politics and did things in the world, and my websites reached 20% of America and some political ones. And there's a whole thing I about hacking in Libya when the elections were there that I pretty sure I helped. And I learned very quickly that there's really bad consequences to doing things at such a top level, like creating these things. Like I enabled people to do terrible things like that I thought it was good, and my good actions had really bad consequences because I was the one that came up with this is good. The people of Libya really need democracy. Now there's open sex slaves in markets in Libya because I'm not going to take total responsibility for it, but that's what led to that eventually. And the best way we can have an impact is in our community. So that's why I kind of started this whole studio. Is like just at a very modular level, impact the people around you, and then that will have a really good. Then it's a decentralized way of goodness propagating through the universe. The devil wants the top-down kind of way.
No, I agree. I'm doing it the right way.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not. You are.
No, we both are now, I guess.
No, we're just two dudes sitting here spitting some words out on YouTube. So
yeah, last clip, a lot of people really like. I forget what it was about, but like everyone's like, "This is really awesome." So it's just like I had such a tough Thanksgiving commercially. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just business wise, because I've been working with this client in real estate for like 7 or 8 months or something, and we've had such a close connection. And then he never wanted to sign like a contract with me, like to be my realtor, but I still gave him an advice and just like led him in the right way. I gave him, I led him to what builder he chose and what neighborhood he chose. And then today he texted me that or this was last week, but today he texted me for some reason again, he purchased a home and he's not going to put my name on it because it's going to give me a windfall of money that he doesn't think I deserve.
Dang.
And it just blows my mind that people can like think like that. And like I did everything out of the goodness of my heart. Like I should have just like not talked to him at all. Like if you're not going to sign this contract with me, I don't. But like I was like, I want him to find a good place, like in a good neighborhood. I like dissuaded him from different places. Like there's flooding. There's a gun range right there that you'll never hear, except no one will tell you about. Like all these different things. Like I told him the best builder that I've had experience with, and he went and he used all my things. And then at the end of the day, he's like, and then today he's texts like, "Oh, it's final." Like, why are you even texting me now?
Yeah.
Like I don't get it.
That's people for you. That's why I've lost a lot of faith in people. Stuff like that.
Well, this would have ruined me because he bought a really big house, and that would have been 3% of that is actually a lot of money, and that would have ruined me. I think even like 4 years ago or 5 years ago, I would have been in depression or something. But I know it happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Like I know Jesus made me do that for a reason. I know maybe it's going to impact him in a way. And he's like, okay, maybe I didn't act in a righteous way. Maybe he'll have some kind of like awakening. Maybe I'll learn. And I think I already did learn a lesson to not trust people very much.
Yeah.
Like love people, trust people, but like don't give them all yourself. Like you have to like guard that goodness too, because people will take advantage of it. I think 100%, I learned a really 100%. Big lesson there too. So it's all happened for a reason. So like if let's say he does like have a big revelation, 50 or whatever, I'm not gonna say the money, maybe that's worth that investment so he can have everlasting life. I don't know. Maybe it's worth for me to learn a lesson too.
When you take the money out of the equation and you've focused on this new part of your life as a believer and all this, now I think the question is like, Lord, what are you trying to teach me? What are you trying to show me through this? Because the old me would have hoped that his house burns down the day he moves in, or like
I would have wrote such a text back to him. Like,
and it doesn't have to be like that anymore. It could be like, hey, I don't know why, and I don't have to understand why, but I'm praying that you'll show me, or something good will come out of this, or whatever it is that's on your heart. But try to find something good in it. And that's just a different way of how being a believer and giving yourself to God, changes you as a person, in my opinion.
Yeah. And
because 2 years ago, yes, I would have been like, oh, this guy.
No, I would have
I'm going to ruin him.
I would have written a text. I had a whole like I really wanted to write a text so he knows how much this is hurting me. But then
and I would have ran it through ChatGPT too, just to make it extra.
ChatGPT, be ruthless here. Make him cry. How can you make him cry?
100%.
No, but it's just tough because sometimes it rains, sometimes it pours. Like these last couple months, I've just I lost a lot of money and then potentially lost a lot of money. But at the end of the day, it's just money. I'm learning lessons about myself that it's invaluable. Like when I reevaluated my life right now, like this is the most important thing I'm doing, this podcast thing. And then I just had another great idea 2 days ago, and I've been kind of working at it the whole time. And I wouldn't have the time to do these things if I didn't go through these like lessons. If I was super successful in trading, for example, I would just be trading the whole day, all the day. I would be trading every morning, waking up, and I wouldn't have time to do these things that I'm good at.
I get that, but this is where you didn't listen to me. 6 to 9:30, and then shut it down. 100%. Like that's the way to go, and that's like what because I found myself getting into that where it's like 10:30, now 11:30. Now I'm getting back on it at 2, and now it's like controlled my whole day. Right now I have a very specific like, this is my guardrails, this is what I do, and I don't stray from it. And the happiness and everything that it's given me, and the peace, and there's frustrating days, there's frustrating trades, that still exists, but I know like, hey, 9:30, I'm done. I'm going to get my steps in. I'm going to work out, like blah, 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 blah. I'm going to live my day. No. I had to do that. I had to do it.
And all power to you. I'm just saying that's, I think, your path. I'm realizing I can make a lot of money in the simulator doing all the things. And like, even when I just like practice or something, I'm still making money. But God, it's not my path.
Yeah.
Like I'm 100% sure on it. just even in the mornings, like that would impact, my wife's sleep. If I woke up, she's a really light sleeper. As soon as I wake up, she can't wait go to sleep anymore.
Oh, dang.
So like that's what I tried to do that at the beginning. It didn't work. Like there's all these like roadblocks that are not allowing me to do it. And even let's say best case scenario, I do make that money. I would just like relax for the rest of the day or something. It's just, or I would try chasing again, maybe one day in the future. I know my
Yeah.
personality. It's not for that. My personality is like a turtle. Like that's really my animal. I think my spirit animal. It's very slow, methodical. Every day, do a little bit, and it turns into a giant, like unmovable force. That's what I'm best at.
Yeah.
And
I'm just laughing because of the turtle very slow part. And like day one, you dropped like a lot of money into the trading. I'm like, dude, don't do that yet.
Yeah, that was rough, man. I don't know what I was doing because it was such a sure bet. I thought that like.
But the problem is it is a sure bet if you can control yourself.
I can't, so
and
that's
that's
not
the
me.
biggest issue. Like I could probably teach Dana in 1 week how to be a profitable trader, but if she doesn't have it up here or the ability to lose like a pro, meaning cut your losses at 10, 15, 20 cents, whatever that mark is for you, she's not going to be successful. Like it's hard to explain if you've never done it, but you know what I'm talking about. And it's not that you can't win at a decent clip. It's you can win, but then that one loss brings you all the way back down, or even worse, negative, right? Is that what you struggled with, or am I?
Yeah, it's struggle, but then some days I would make a lot of money and be happy with it. But I just felt anxiety anytime, even when I'm winning. I felt like such a high, and I saw a difference in me as well
Really?
and how I treat other people. I'm back to that level that I was at again. I was a different person, honestly. I was like just keep trying to chase that high. Like that's all I started dreaming about.
How many
like
shares
just trading.
how many shares were you doing?
Never more than 5,000, but usually like 1,000.
Holy mackerel! That's what you started with.
Well, I started at 500 and it was doing good, and then they like rate. I think I did 5,000 maybe once, maybe not even once, maybe 2,500. Yeah, I did 5,000 once trying to chase. I think I remember. But it doesn't matter because I want it to work for you. I want you to build a system that will work for other people.
I just don't think I don't see it. I don't know. I was thinking about that on the way to here today.
It's just not for me.
I'm torn on other people doing it, right? Because like I know the vast majority of people are going to lose money.
Yeah.
And that's not something that I want to associate myself with. Like it's more so of, hey, go find something that you can do where you get out of the rat race and you can focus on the things that are important to you. And if that's day trading, great. If it's running an Airbnb hosting company, great. If it's flipping houses or buying rent houses, great. Like whatever it is, I just don't know.
I wish there was like a answer for everyone that works.
But
Like
then,
one answer, right?
Like for me though, then I think about it and then I'm like, dude, the majority of people out there don't need to make a ton of money to replace their monthly income with day trading, right? Like I've had days where I've made a lot of money, like double, triple what some people make in a month, right? In just a few hours. I've also had days where I've lost a lot of money, but the average Joe, dude, if they make $100 extra a day, like that's game changing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So am I cutting them short by not leading them? Right. Like how many people could quit their jobs if they made 2,000 extra a month?
But use me as an example. Like I thought I was, yeah, here we go. I thought I was really steadfast and like temperate and not want to chase things. And if I could be like tempted like that, I really do think a lot of other people, it's going to take like it's always that chase and always trying to make more money and like stopping your losses early.
It happened to me. It happened to me.
Yeah, I'm sure it happens to everyone, and it's hard to pay. It takes a special type of person, I think, to have that kind of discipline to do that. And maybe it's from your military background that you have that kind of discipline. Like you have to hold the ranks, whenever you can. Like I'm a risk taker, but
Yeah, I'm a gambler. I go to the casino whenever we go back to Louisiana. Like, I'm trying not to, like just like I'm trying to not drink anymore. It's a process. It's not something that's. I might go to the casino though once a year type of deal, right?
the same as me. I still go sometimes.
Yeah. So it's like I'm a gambler, and Dana's the one that's like, okay, it's time to go type of deal. She doesn't like being there. She doesn't want to be there. I get up, and I have this terrible tendency. Number one, I cannot consume alcohol when I go to the casino because then it's like all bets are off. And I've had times where I've been up and Dana will be like, it's time to go. And I've had a few drinks and I'm like, all right, all in.
Oh, wow.
And roulette's kind of my thing. So it's
that's what I like playing.
all in on black or red or whatever it is. And then you walk away with nothing, of course. But yeah, I'm a gambler. And that's what makes trading even harder. Is when you're a gambler. Dana's not. That's why I think she would be good if she had the time to focus on it and everything, because it's very robotic. Like, hey, 10 cents, get out, boom, done.
No, I know. I think it's not for everyone. Like, that's why 90% of people that trade do lose. And that's why people can make money. Because if you have that kind of, ability, then it's possible for sure. And like you said, $100 a day people can make, and that's life-changing for a lot of people.
They could make it in literally 2 minutes, a minute. Like, it could happen that quickly.
But then once you make it, then you're like, okay, I can make $200.
But that's why God is so important, and saying like, hey, this is at the center of everything I do. And that's what I'm working towards, is making the money. Like, what do you need me to make today? Right? What is enough for me today? And it's not enough so I can go buy this Ferrari or whatever it is. It's how can I help somebody? I was at the grocery store, and I don't know how to do it, but like, it would be nice to like just walk by and drop somebody an envelope to cover their groceries, like things like that. I'm just having that hard time right now separating the material stuff from like the purpose stuff, if that makes sense.
And I think I have a good thing that I was just thinking about, because I'm really, ever since I started being awakened, like, I judge things by their fruits. And like, you might have different fruits from a different tree than I do. And trading didn't give me good fruits. Like, immediately I couldn't make money. Immediately it changed my life to anxiety. For you, it might have a completely different fruits. But like, real estate for me, as soon as I started, the fruit tree was giving me fruits. I was impacting people's lives. I was successful in it right away. I've only been in real estate for 6 months, and that tree is already providing a lot of fruit to me. And
maybe that's what everybody should look for, is like, you laid it out perfectly, because what you just described with real estate was how trading was for me.
And maybe if you went back to real estate, you said you didn't like it. That could have been, bad fruit for you. But everyone, you have to judge it by the fruits it gives off, each thing.
100%.
Because God is giving us good fruit.
But maybe that's where society has led us astray, is we're not searching for that fruit. We're just so focused on life right now, paying the bills, getting the kids where they got to go, all that type of stuff. And that's kind of where I always go back to, is God always takes a back seat. It did in my life. I didn't have time.
Yeah.
And when I had the time, I was too tired. I was too worn out. I was drinking alcohol because I was trying to, drown out the misery from
And that's
everything.
95% of people, I think. Yeah.
So if you're not, we're kind of trained and we're kind of taught, like, if you've got a roof over your head, you got food on the table, right? Your bills are paid, you got clothes on your back, like, be grateful for the things you have, right? That's kind of how we're raised, right? And I agree with that. I agree with gratefulness and all that type of stuff, but I just look at it as there's got to be a bigger purpose to life than you coming to make sure you have clothes on your back and food on your table and a roof over your head. Because if that's all you're focused on, then how is eternity ever a possibility, right?
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it. And once I started viewing it like that, I was like, well, there's got to be a bigger purpose to life.
Yeah.
And if there's a bigger purpose to life, then I've got to start looking at ways that I can get out of this hamster wheel and find that purpose and, eliminate all these distractions that society has put in my way.
Yeah.
So
we had a good clip that actually went mini viral about kind of that, about like working the grind, daily grind. And people were commenting like, give me the secret, because you were talking about how you're working on the system to try to create stuff. But I think it's important that we tie
Brother, I've been working on this for years now, trying to ever since we sold our first business, like back in 2020, trying to figure the secret out. So as soon as I figure it out, I'll let everybody know, and I don't need anything from it. I want everybody to be able to, live life on their terms and have time. Like, I just remember so vividly what it's like to literally be laying down after a long day and miserable day and oh God, I got to wake up and do this over again tomorrow. And then lay down and be like, oh, I didn't pray today. And then I'll be like, all right, I'll just pray while I'm laying here. And then the next thing you know, I'm fast asleep. And the prayer, what didn't mean it. You know what I mean? I remember it. And I don't want people to live like that. I want them to be excited to wake up the next day, be excited to have that conversation with the Lord, be excited about building that relationship with Him, be excited about talking to other people about their love for God and enjoying life. Get back to enjoying life.
I think that's what we're meant to do on this earth, that we shouldn't be grinding every day and not giving our leftovers to God. God should be the first thing we think about and the last thing we think about, and everything should give glory to God.
Giving that first 10%, giving that first 10%. And with the way we currently live our lives, or a lot of us, not only is He getting the last 10%, He might not be getting any.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done.
The leftovers, like the little scraps on your plate. Yeah.
Just checking the box.
Yeah. So, there were some other things you wanted to talk about on this podcast. We're already at 45 minutes.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Is that crazy?
Yeah. We got to get better about, man, it feels like a month since we've recorded anything. I don't know how long it's been, but I was thinking about, I have some LGBTQ family and things like that. And I was just thinking about the division between them and Christianity. And, we've seen some of those. I've sent you some of those reels about, all that stuff in the church. And it's just a very divisive thing right now.
Yeah.
Right. And
for sure.
I was thinking about it. It was on my heart that, as Christians, I feel like we don't do a good enough job of being there for them, right? Or we look at sinners one way, right? And we look at people who live lifestyles that we don't necessarily agree with a completely different way. When the truth is, we're all sinners.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, right? What is the difference between somebody who's gay versus somebody who's cheating on their wife? They're both committing sexual immorality, but if Christians, we're like, well, this guy's one of our church members, right? It's okay that he's going home and jerking it to porn or cheating on his wife or whatever because he's one of us. Mm-hmm. But this gay person, that's the devil. I don't understand how we've let that, and I don't feel like as Christians we're doing a good enough job of saying hey, you can be a part of us, right? Hey, you're still sinning, right? Mm-hmm. Is that what we're trying to say? But it's more so of you got to get away. You got to fix this, and we can't have anything to do with you until you get all this out of your system, is what it comes off as.
Yeah.
Am I wrong or?
Well, I don't think you're wrong, but I think it goes both ways too. Because it
feels like we alienate them.
It does, but
that's what I was trying to get out. We alienate that, part of society.
No, and 100%. They're all sinning at the end of the day. We should be reaching out to them with a hand, trying to get them back from sin. And
we're literally sitting next to other sinners in church, but we view them completely different because of their sin does not look like their sin. That's, I guess, the point I'm trying to make is we're hobnobbing and we're, welcoming these people, and people who cheat on their spouses don't feel the same way as somebody who's gay, right? They like, oh, this is going on behind the scenes. I'm welcome here. Like these people, I'm one of them. Like they feel a certain different way because they're treated a certain different way, right? And I don't feel like we're doing a good enough job on the other hand. Does that all make sense?
It does make sense, but I think at the end of the day, like I said, it's a double-edged sword because the people that cheat on their wives, they know they're doing something wrong and they're hiding their sin, but they know what they're sinning at the end of the day. I think a lot of LGBT, if you tell them that's a sin, they're like, this is me. This is my way of life. Don't tell, like, so I think they're just not open to hearing that their way of life is sin, whereas someone that's cheating, maybe they deep down know that that's not the right thing to do.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. To me, it's a slippery slope because at the end of the day, we're just sitting here saying like, no matter how you slice it, one way or the other, sexual immorality. That's what we're
100%.
talking about, really, is
Yeah.
sexual immorality. And it doesn't matter if it's being gay or if it's cheating or porn. Like, it all is in the same bucket.
Yeah,
right.
It's all sin to God for sure.
It was just, and I didn't think about it the way you just explained it, but
I
don't know,
do
because
see what you're saying.
I
too,
do
though.
know that there's gay Christians,
Yeah,
like, and we completely treat them differently than the serial masturbator or the serial cheater. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, in the grand scheme of things, they're all committing the same sin,
100%.
just different ways. That's the sin of sexual immorality, but they're treated differently and they're viewed differently.
See, I wish if you are a LGBT Christian, please sound out. Send us an email at twobeardsandabiblepodcast@gmail.com. Let us know because I would love to hear them because I want to know if they think it's a sin because like say the gay people that go to church, they probably still think it's them. Like maybe they want to accept their sin. Like that's the problem with all these like churches. They're like the rainbow churches and whatnot. They're saying that it's not Jesus never said it's a sin to be for a man and a man to lie together. It's just one way to have love. Like they want to institutionalize, they want to Christianize their sin to say it's okay to do that. And I think that's the biggest issue.
I get that. I think my perspective and where I was going with this is like, how can we ever expect to reach them if we're just so dismissive of them and just while we're also letting the other, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we're never going to reach them. We're never going to like help them. We're never going to get to understand them and they're never going to get to understand us. They're just going to think we just hate gay people because we're Christian. No, we hate sin. That's what it is at the end of the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think there has to be as big of a division as there is, but it's because of how we treat each thing. That's really where I was going with this.
Yeah. No, I know there's definitely some people that are going to disagree because there's all different viewpoints on this. There's probably some people that can never have that, enter your church because that's just like a cancer or something like that. But I'm 100% right that we need to be welcome to people of all sin. Like Jesus talked to prostitutes.
100%.
Jesus talked to tax collectors. Like these were the worst people in the society. These were the gay people of society back then. And he still reached out to them, gave them love, but he never accepted their love. Like never accepted their sin. And they're like, just remember the adulterer like that was getting stoned and he protected her.
Yeah.
He's like, not like, oh, just go. Like I protect you, just go away. He's like, go away and don't sin anymore. Yeah. That's what he said at the end of that. And like, that's kind of what we have to do is just act out in love. But it's a tough one.
I guess that's what the hang up is like, there's just this hatred and division and all these things when it's not really understanding both sides. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not understanding, like, there's some of us now, granted, they are the extreme Christian people who just hate, like they have some form of hate for anything different, anything you don't believe.
Yeah.
Just like there's extreme on the other side, right? But for a lot of us, it's like, hey, I believe that this is a sin, but that doesn't prevent me from loving you. and caring about you. And if you can ever hear what I have to say with an open heart and an open mind, I'm not coming from a place of hatred or
Yeah, there's
anything
definitely a
like that.
better way to do it.
And I think that's where we're missing the mark, is just we're not doing a good enough job as Christians, in my opinion.
You know,
of-
you said it, missing the mark, and that's what sin means.
Yeah.
So we are sinning by doing that as well.
I think it's our duty. I think it's our duty as Christians to say, hey, I hear you. I understand. I do believe it's a sin, but I also think there's other sin, like meet in the middle. Not meet in the middle. Like be understanding and say, like, hey, your sin doesn't prevent me from loving you and wanting you to find God.
Amen.
I don't think we do a good enough job.
I agree. Like I probably have a lot of biases against it and stuff, and we just got to act like Jesus did and understand that love.
There, you just said it. You just said it, right? You perfectly said it.
Wow.
Like Jesus did. Like, how would Jesus react when he's in front of, somebody that's openly gay or somebody that's cheating on their wife? Like, he would act the same way, right? He wouldn't be like, oh, nope, you go over there, get away from me.
Yeah.
Come sit by me, buddy. Like, that's not how he would do it.
Yeah.
But we do.
Yep.
We 100% do.
And it's a sin. Yeah.
So,
hopefully that impacted people. But honestly, anyone, we're not coming from a place of judgment here. We just want a place of understanding. Like, we want to understand how the best way we can get to
I don't
heaven.
even know if I can say this, but like, dude, would you say judgment? Like,
Yeah, we're not coming from a place of judgment.
my gay cousin, she is like awesome to hang out with. Like, I don't understand where the hate could come from. She's like one of the bros. You know what I mean? Like, it's, you want to talk about sports, you want to, like, whatever you want to do it. They're awesome individuals, right? You can't let society put this like way of thinking and, like, we just judge them differently. Like, and it's not fair, right? When at the end of the day, they're simply sinning differently than the other people that we welcome into our circle. I'm just having such a hard time wrapping my head around it.
No, those are good points that you're bringing up. And honestly, I want anyone to reach out that I really want to hear from the Christians that are LGBT, because I want to know, like, our whole point and goal should be getting people closer to God. And that's realizing when we are sinning. When, like, as soon as you have that connection with Jesus, you want to change away from your sin. You want to change away from it's evident what's sin and what's not.
And I guess my, like, if we had somebody here in studio who was, really gay, like, I don't know how to say it, like just
super duper gay.
Yeah. If we had somebody, I can't answer certain questions, just like if we had somebody in the studio who was a convicted killer, right? Like, I don't know what's going to happen to you, right? But I'm not going to treat you like, you see, like, I'm maybe a convicted killer wasn't the right, because I maybe would treat that. I don't know. Like, I'd be a little nervous and things like that. But, like, you're still, I can't answer this. I believe what you're doing. Like, if you're sinning, like, I believe, like, that's something you're going to have to answer for. And I don't know if it's going to be all right. Like, you see what I'm saying? Just like somebody who killed somebody. I don't know if you're going to be okay whenever the time comes and you've got to answer for the things that you've done. But what I do know is that if you find God, he will lead you to where you need to be.
Yeah.
That's all I could, you know what I mean? Like, but it's not treat you differently. It's not hate you. It's not be disgust, like, none of that.
Yeah. I mean, those are all from saying, like, the spirit of fear, hate, all those kind of things. If you have that in your heart, that doesn't come from a good place. That means you have some really evil kind of demons in you that want you to hate, want you not to love, want you to, like, despise, to think you're better than, like, any kind of thing that you're better than, or like, it is definitely not from a good place. So all those things are sin. And you're right that we do kind of,
it's like
normalize
we pick and choose.
it.
Like, okay, this sin is more tolerable for what I believe. Like, I'm disgusted with the division. I'm disgusted with the hatred and all these things that we have in our society. And I just feel as Christians, we don't do a good enough job of standing up and saying, hey, this is what I believe, but that doesn't make me hate you. It doesn't make me, like, if anything, it makes me love you more because this is how I think God would do it.
Yeah, there's a better way we can do it, but don't you think at some fundamental level, like just saying that certain things are like, because we can't love sin. Like, we're not going to say we love lying.
No, I don't love what you're doing any more than I love what this guy's doing or this girl's doing, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's not what it's about.
But as soon as you do say that, people, because they think it's ingrained part of them, like it comes off at hate, and like they feel the hate coming from, and they're like, that's the comments I keep dealing with. Like, there's no hate like Christian love. When all I'm trying to do is just say, I don't think it's good to lie.
Yeah.
Like, then, oh no, because then they love lying about certain things. They love lying about Christmas. Like, you can always make that line of when lying is good, when murder is good, like when, like, having sexual immorality is good. Every single thing that we think is good and bad, you can always, if in a relative moral society, you can make it seem okay to you.
Yeah. And I guess when I sit back and I think about it, it's like, hey, I care enough that I want you to go to heaven, right? And I have enough questions about if I'm going to go to heaven, and I'm trying to do things, a certain way. And I know that there's certain things that you can do that will make sure you don't go to heaven. But I don't look at what you're doing and how you're living like, oh, that person's definitely not going, because I have questions about other people in my lives who aren't gay, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if this like person's going to necessarily make it or not.
Most people won't, because there's a bunch of scriptures about that too.
So it's not a hatred or a division. Like, I don't know.
I know, but
it's
at
hard to
the end of the
explain.
day, no, I see what you're saying, and there's a way we can make him, like, for
I don't
sure.
know if I'm going to make it. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm trying everything I can to definitely make it.
So how can you judge other people?
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that
No, I see what you're saying.
I don't know.
My thing
It's
is,
hard.
it's very hard, and
nobody wants to talk about it.
yeah,
Is the other thing. Like, we just want to be divided and pissed off at each other and all these things. And I think Christian, and this is all, I don't like to play both sides of the fence. I like to play devil's advocate, because I understand, like, non-believers and all that type of stuff. When Christians put themselves on these high horses, we talked about, a lot of this, like, that causes a lot of division too. Like, how could you sit there and pretend to be so perfect but at the same time hating another human being because of, they're gay or whatever.
yeah. And I think the Bible really helps us there, because like as soon as we cross that line of hate, like looking down on them, like getting angry, like those are things that are not godly. Those are things that Jesus would never do. And that's the way, but it's also a fine line of, like, because I think one of the worst things that happened to America, and it's like, I don't know if you ever visited Europe or like Poland specifically, like people are so honest there.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you gain any weight, you'll know if you lose or gain weight, because people will just tell you that. But in America, it's like everyone just kind of is this fake nice to you the whole time.
Did you get a haircut? No, it's time I've added 20 pounds.
No, I was being nice there. But it's just a different way. Like, we were like, our empathy in America has been weaponized against us, I think. Like, we are too tolerant of things that are been sin, and that's why we're living in such a sinful world right now, because we just turned a blind eye always to sin. And so it's a tough line to like get to, because I think we're at a precipice here. We're at a line of where a lot of America is going to stop tolerating like non-Christian behavior. I really, just from reading online and stuff, people are done being nice and tolerant to things they think are sinful. And it could be the right way. Like, at some point, like, our tolerance is getting weaponized.
I don't know. That seems like we used to have this thing in the Army where, like, what do we call it? It was escalation of force. And if you've got one dude out in the field, we don't need to come drop a 500-pound Moab on him, right? We can take him out with a small arm fire or sniper rifle or something like that, right? Like, we don't need to, just because we have the ammunition, we don't need to rain hell on one certain, like, little, like aggressiveness is always not always the best answer.
Yeah.
I think it could backfire is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Could be too much. Like, I think
It's definitely going to be
getting angry and like fed up and all this, and I don't know how that would help things from where we currently are. I think it's more of a like, hey, I need to understand you and I need you to understand me. And we need to have discussions which don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Because if you have, like, we live in a society right now where if you have a different point of view, you can get killed in front of millions of people for everybody to see, and it could be put on the internet. Like, that's the society. I'm talking about Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Like, that's the society we live in right now.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how to sit and talk to people who don't agree with us or have different beliefs and have an honest, open conversation. Like, I'm trying to understand you, and I hope that you can sit there and reciprocate and try to understand me.
I think that's a better way to do it, because we should just have more open conversations. We're scared of having these difficult conversations, even talking about gay people in church and stuff like that. That's such a faux pas. Like, there's probably people turned off that are listening to it just because they are just like, they don't want to talk about it at all. It's like just like thinking that you might be wrong, or you're thinking that these are things that you shouldn't be talking about as a Christian. Like, it's,
oh, dude, we put people off with the whole works thing. Like, we're definitely 100% going to put people off on like this.
no, I know. But I'm just saying,
there's no pleasing.
It's important to have these open dialogues, because then the answer, if you don't have any more conversation, the answer is violence. Like, that's the only natural progression to no more communication. The next way you can enact change is with violence, and that's where people are going to head to.
I mean, that's where it kind of feels like that's where we're headed.
For sure. But that's what,
I don't think that's the answer, though, is what my point was.
And you're spot on, because the pendulum is swinging now back, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to swing. It's going to swing too far back.
Yeah.
And it's going to end up to some really intolerant kind of viewpoints and stuff like that. And it's just a weird thing, because that's just the way it looks like society is heading. But I think it's kind of natural at some way for have these, like, waves and valleys and things like that. And it's important to have voices like us talking about it, like, to try to slow the pendulum swing down a little bit. Because it is scary. Like, especially, I have a lot of friends that are from different religions, and they're getting blamed for basically every problem that's happening in society.
Yeah.
You might know what religion I'm talking about. And I'm scared because, like, no one can talk about these things. Like, no, we can't even mention the names right now. Like, that's scary for me, because I don't know how people are going to react. Like, once people realize there's a lot of people that agree with them and things like that. Like, I'm really scared for all sorts of like things that could happen, because we still can't there's so much open communication, more than ever in history, and we're still not able to talk about things. Like, it blows my mind. Like, that's it. I think it's like, it has to be on purpose. Like, 100%. It has to be on purpose, because that's how violence happens. And it seems like we're being pushed to be violent.
And
here.
The puppet master in all this seems to be the media, politics, like all the things that sow division in our society, in our world. Like, they're all kind of connected at the top. And whether you want to call that by a certain name of this group of people or whatever it is, like, it's there right in front of us, and we all turn a blind eye to it, and we just sit here and hate each other.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
And even then, they're divided. Like, it's all Satan. That's all we have to. That should be the only division we make.
100%.
Like, it's Satan. Let's get Satan out of it. Satan's impacting these people. Like, it's these demons that are impacting these people. It's not the people themselves. They're made in God's image.
It feels like we could sit here with a couple brews having this conversation and just put a different spin on how Christianity is, like, viewed and what's going on with Christianity and, all these type of things. Like, it feels like there's something there.
For sure. I like the way you're thinking about that. We should try it out sometime.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, go ahead.
January 1st. Every January 1st, I start the year 21 days of prayer and fasting, fruits, vegetables. You down?
I am going to be at an all-inclusive resort.
Uh,
It's might be tough, but I want
that'd
to.
be a
As
tough
soon as
one.
I come back here, I'll do it.
All right.
'Cause then
There's no better way to get close to the Lord.
no, I want
Like,
to do it.
I'm also giving up beer or alcohol. So 1 year at least.
So how long do you do it for? 21 days.
21 days of the fast. Yes.
All right.
I'm starting January 1st. During that 21 days, what can you give up besides? It's supposed to be you're giving up things that you enjoy, right? So I enjoy meat. I enjoy chicken, like all those types, sort of things. I enjoy alcohol. I enjoy sports. Might be a great time to give up sports for 21 days and use that time like, hey, I'm willing to give this up to get closer.
Mm.
That sort of thing. Maybe it's social media. Maybe it's sex.
Oh wow,
Like, I don't know.
you're getting crazy now.
Yeah. With the social media part.
Yeah, that's the social media part. I'm down. I get back on the 5th, and
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
I'll do it. I will. I've never fasted before, and I'm down to try. I've actually felt a urge to do it the last couple days. Like
You're
I
gonna
need to
feel
do it.
amazing. Well, maybe not the first few days, but once that second week hits, you're gonna be like, I don't want this to end.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
Oh, I can't wait. I
Guaranteed.
really do want to try it, and I will do it. You can. I'll sign a contract.
Like I'm talking about, like you're gonna get to a point where you feel so close that you're like got tears coming out when you're praying, just because you're like you've never felt closer.
I love it.
I promise.
You know, I can't wait because there's like when I gave up like this last year, I gave up some things like I gave up vaping and like CBD and stuff like that, and there's just something so freeing about it and like giving like something you enjoy so much.
Yeah.
Like that was the thing I always like enjoy. Like afterwards, like that'll get me through this tough time. And now like it's just life, and it's amazing. So I'm looking forward to it because nothing's
Like-
better than getting close to your creator.
2026, 2025, like for me has been very fruitful, but it's been one of the, I seem to have had more health related things pop up throughout the year. I'm on blood pressure medicine for the first time. Like, so 2026, I'm really going into like, I want to be healthier. I want to, I want to cut out alcohol. I want to like get back to eating right, all these sort of things, because I do want to live long enough to walk my daughter down the aisle and see my kids have grandkids and, hopefully impact as many people along the way as I can. But for me, that all starts with discipline. And I got to get back to that. And I bought Jocko's book on discipline, started reading that. And that's kind of where, that's kind of my thing for 2026 is going to be discipline. And because that's going to help me with my trading. It's going to help me with my health, like help me spend more time with God. Like, but there's a lot to discipline that I think a lot of us are missing out on.
Yeah, and it's kind of full circle because we talked about discipline earlier, and then I thought you have a good amount of discipline, and if you're lacking in that, then
No, I'm definitely lacking.
I can definitely try.
I'm definitely lacking. And when you have freedom, it's really hard to be disciplined. As crazy as that sounds, like you have to go out of your way, because it's easy for me to get done with this and go lay down on the couch. Like,
yeah,
I could 100% do that. Or I could go day drink, or whatever it is I want to do, I could go do. But that's not bringing me closer to my goals and what I want in life, right? It's not bringing me closer to God. So it takes a lot of discipline to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go to bed at 9 or 9:30, or make sure you're asleep by 10, and technically if you're doing that, you're still not getting enough sleep. So
yeah, it's 1 hour less.
Yeah. No, I'm lacking in the discipline area, bro.
Well, that's kind of encouraging for me because I can definitely use a lot of help that way. And I think, let's end it on that. So next year, I can't wait for that. We'll see if you can see the fruits of the results of this experiment we do. I think we do have one more episode that we're going to record this year, and then that's probably it for that.
Is that the one with the
CEO? Yep.
Okay. And don't we have another one with another Couple
I haven't
guests?
scheduled him yet,
Oh,
but
okay.
maybe we can save it for next year because, yeah, I don't want to. That'll be too. We're trying it for 2 months, and people, you don't see this in the background, but we're basically caught up to live right now. What you're watching is basically the quickest we've had a turnaround since, because we used to be like 6 weeks back, I
Yeah,
think, when we first started.
we've been slacking. Like, I don't think we got anything done in November. If
Really, nothing.
I don't know, but I would imagine maybe one, but
Yeah, I
wasn't more
think there
than
was
that.
one right at the beginning, right? And it's my fault too. Every weekend in November, I was just out of town, so like it has been a whirlwind of November. But let's get back to it. We're gonna have one great episode with the CEO of Inspire, which is gonna be awesome, and then next year you'll see us in our new, and I can't wait for that actually episode when we're both fasting and see what comes out of it. That'll be kind of amazing.
Are you talking about new? What are you talking about new?
Like new outlook or just a new,
New brand?
yeah, there's going to be a new brand too. Should
Possibly.
we get people? Yeah, might as well, because I think we're going to do it, right? Let's just be serious.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to stop us from doing it? So I guess we could just say, like, we're thinking about changing.
We are.
Okay, yeah, we are changing our name to hold on, let me get. So we are going to be changing our name to Two Beers and a Bible Podcast. And
There's a caveat to that.
go ahead.
They are going to be NA.
Yes, they're going to be non-alcoholic.
Because I
And
am doing 1 year no beer, but I do enjoy, like, there's something about a nice beer.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy it. It's almost like a hobby.
yeah. And I used to drink a lot, and like ever since I came to Jesus, I really stopped drinking. But
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fun with the NA stuff. Just having a chill conversation with a couple beers and just talking about the Lord.
Talking
And I
about
think it's-
Christianity. Yeah.
And I think the juxtaposition, what you were saying before, of like having Christians drinking, like a lot of people are not thinking about that. Like that seems like such an oxymoron. But I think it's going to be, it's a good take on what we do. Like we want to talk about the things that a lot of people are not talking about, but then there's still a good message at the end of the day. We're not getting drunk.
Yeah.
We're just drinking beers.
Jesus did not put us on this earth to not enjoy things, right? And if you enjoy a nice cold beer because of the flavor and, things like that, like, hey, if we can bring also, part of my idea with it was if we can bring more, what do you call it, attention to the NA side of things, and there's some amazing non-alcoholic beers out there. And I'm a big craft beer person. I don't know if you knew this about me, but
I didn't.
me and Dana, actually, like we enjoy going to breweries, like trying different beers.
And they all
things
have
like
their
that.
own NAs now, yeah.
Yeah, there's like HEB's got a whole section now of NA on the end cap. It's pretty impressive, to be honest with you. Like we'll probably get a year's worth of content and
Just
not
try
even try the
different
same
ones, yeah.
the same ones they've got there. So
like
I think
that.
it would be cool if maybe viewers sent in recommendations for us to try and review, or maybe even send us some from their local breweries or whatever.
Some South African is there
Dude.
South African non-alcoholic beer? I would
I
love
don't know.
to try
They
that.
seem like they get rowdy over there.
I think this would be fun. This is a good idea. So yeah, do you guys like this idea? We're going to be two beers and a Bible, and we're just going to be drinking some brewskis.
We also wanted to get away from, there's some other Two Beards and a Bible channels out there, and
Because I feel bad, because there's another Two Beards and a Bible podcast that's exactly their name, and they actually just all they do is open up a book in the Bible and actually talk about the word and scripture, and I feel bad taking away from them.
yeah.
Like they're before us, and they are doing good work. I'll even tag them in the description here. And it just feels weird to compete with someone else that's trying to spread,
Agreed.
the word.
Definitely think you should go give them a follow, give them a sub, whatever it is
Yeah, exactly.
that they do.
They've been doing it for years, and they only get like 10, like up to 100 views and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And they just keep doing it because I'm one of your 10 views, and it's amazing stuff that you're doing, because you can tell you guys have such a good relationship, and you love just talking about the word, and that kind of stuff is just amazing to see, because you can see the Holy Spirit working through y'all. So we're gonna tag you. Maybe you'll even have him on the podcast one day too.
That'd be awesome.
Have a Two Beards and a Two Beers of the Bible podcast mashup. That'll be fun.
So are we going to do 2 different beers per episode, or Just one beer. Like, how are we going to do
Oh
that?
wow,
I think
that's
we
a
should
good
do
question.
2 different ones.
Yeah, I think there's enough these days that we can do a bunch of different beers. Yeah, because it's called Two Beers and a Bible. Why not? And then we can both say if we like our
How
beers.
much flack you think this is going to catch?
I don't think any. It's not alcoholic. So if we were actually just drinking beers, I say we could still do it because as long as we don't get drunk.
Yeah, as long as you're not sitting here shotgunning beers and, getting, I got to watch what I say. We're getting
No, yeah. There's some
sloshed.
line.
Yeah. Getting sloshed, then it should be fun.
I'm down for it. And yeah, I'm still running a business here. I don't want to be drinking during the day because usually we do this in the middle of the day.
This is true.
And then I don't want to like mess up some other people's podcast after. But no, I like the 2 different beers, but can you buy individual beers and then we'll have to like just buy 6-packs all the time.
I'm going to stock up.
That's fine. Yeah. So that's the big news to end the 2025. This is an end of a chapter in the 2 Beers and a Bible podcast. We're going to be 2 beers in a Bible, and we're going to off to. Hey, can we check one last thing if we have 10,000 subscribers now?
Oh, let's do it.
Let's see. On air, this is going to be maybe every 10,000 subscribers, we just change our names to something different too.
We're still at 9,000.
Jeez, why is okay? Got enough.
Dang, 205 videos.
Yeah, we've been doing. I mean, every single day, basically, I've been doing things. Well, not me. I just schedule it. I spend a couple hours and just schedule it for the next week. Like this Thanksgiving.
Dang, some of these are getting some views.
Yeah, I told you, bro. It's kind of crazy. Like,
are we on Spotify and all that?
Yeah, we are on Spotify now.
One thing, either you or me, I've noticed the more I watch podcasts, we got to start doing at the beginning is like, subscribe, follow, that whole rigmarole.
No, we should.
Right at the beginning. I think that's the key from some of these, podcasts that
should. Yeah, let's do that.
But we did never, I didn't really think that we were going to do this long enough to get to 10,000.
You didn't believe?
I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't. More so myself. I didn't think I'd be sitting here right now seeing this through just because I know how I am. Not that I get bored. It's just we've had this discussion multiple times, and I kind of feel rejuvenated. I don't know.
Nice.
Maybe it's because of the different route we're going to take with this, and I think it's going to it bothered me a lot that people didn't understand we're not trying to be experts. I don't think that ever came across, I don't think people ever fully understood that, because we've had comments well, look at these guys, they think they're experts or something. That's literally not what we.
Yeah, it's in the description.
Yeah. I just don't know if that point ever got really made and understood.
It's just hard because we do clips. All of our viewers come from our clips, and it's just 60 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's impossible to put everything in those 60 seconds. Even simple concepts, you can't put into 60 seconds. But I do like it. I can't wait until we get 100,000 views. Hopefully. I mean, when did we start this podcast even?
It had to be sometime in this year.
Yeah. I mean, not even, maybe it was 6 months ago. I don't even know.
Can we go back and look at dates on these videos?
Probably wasn't even 6 months ago. The June. I don't think I've been doing.
First video 7 months ago.
Oh, okay.
So we have hit almost 10,000 viewers or subs in 7 months.
Yeah, and they say it's the hardest, those 10,000. And then first, so I'm excited to see what the future holds. I think this rebrand's going to help, and maybe not even help, but just help us get rejuvenated and have a good thing. And
look forward to it again. And that was my biggest hurdle is I have to look forward to things that I do. Right. And if I don't, then it becomes, I got to do this. And my life is kind of not built like that.
It was a good idea, Fred.
I'm looking forward to this. Yeah. And I think it'll give us more stuff to talk about. And I want to make sure that people understand, hey, being Christian can still be cool. I feel like there's a this imaginary line of, as soon as you become Christian, you no longer have fun. You're no longer cool.
There's definitely that.
And I think we can do our part to change that. And,
let's do it. And then I always I'm pretty thirsty right now. So it would be nice to have a little drink after now and then. Yeah.
Chug a beer.
All right, so that was it for this week of last episode. No, we'll do one more 2 Beards and a Bible with the next guest, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll start a new rebrand, and then
But it'll have to come. Well, this won't be our last two beards.
you don't think
'Cause
so?
I want to wait till the fast is over to
Okay.
enjoy beer,
Oh,
even if it's NA. So,
all right, sure. So this was just a tease. We'll do a couple until our end of the fast, and we'll see where that goes. I like that.
yeah.
And until next time, we'll see you in a couple weeks here at Two Beards and a Bible. Now I'm getting confused myself. Please like and subscribe anywhere you're on: Spotify, Apple, iTunes,
Anywhere
all
you get
those
your
places.
podcast.
YouTube. We really appreciate all your support. Please comment if you have any questions. What we talk about next. If you have any non-alcoholic beers that you want us to taste, let us know. And have a blessed day. We'll see y'all.